Mia had always believed that marriages were built on tiny, ordinary moments, shared breakfasts, Sunday movie nights, small arguments that ended in laughter. For 8 years, she and Aaron had lived a quiet, comfortable life. Not perfect, but steady. She trusted Aaron with a level of devotion that her friends often teased her for. So the morning she found his smartwatch on the bedside table, she didn't think much of it. Aaron was forgetful sometimes. He must have rushed out for work. He'd been doing that a lot lately. Still, it felt strange. The watch lay face down, its strap half dangling over the edge like it had been dropped in a hurry. Mia picked it up. It was surprisingly warm, as if it had just been removed. She plugged it into the charger on his nightstand, the screen blinking awake with a soft vibration. She turned to go make breakfast when the screen flashed again. New voice memo saved. 1:14 a.m. Mia froze. Aaron rarely used the voice memo feature. In fact, she had never seen him use it before. A part of her insisted she ignore it. She wasn't the snooping type. Their marriage wasn't built on suspicion. But lately, something between them was off. The late nights, the tired excuses, the way he flinched whenever his phone buzzed, the quiet dinners where he barely looked at her. She'd tried brushing those thoughts aside, reassuring herself that work was stressing him. But now, with that new recording glowing on the screen, the uneasy feeling in her stomach tightened. She stared at the watch for a long moment, battling with her conscience. "Don't do it, Mia," she whispered to herself. But she did. The recording clicked on, and instantly the room filled with a soft sound, a woman's laugh. Not just any laugh. A delicate, familiar giggle Mia had heard countless times at family gatherings, sleepovers, and childhood memories. Her blood ran cold. She knew that laugh. Her heart thudded painfully in her chest as the realization hit her. It was Ava, her younger sister. Then Aaron's voice came through, unmistakably warm, tender, the tone he hadn't used with Mia in months. "I missed you," he whispered. Mia's hands trembled so violently the watch almost slipped from her fingers. Ava giggled again. "You saw me yesterday. That wasn't enough." Aaron's voice softened even more. "I hate sneaking around. I wish things were simpler." Mia pressed her palm to her chest, trying to breathe. Her vision blurred as betrayal wrapped around her like a suffocating blanket. Ava spoke next. "Aaron, does Mia suspect anything?" Mia staggered back as if struck. Her knees hit the bed, but she remained standing only because the nightstand steadied her. Aaron chuckled softly. "No, not at all. She trusts me too much that broke her." Every piece of trust, every moment of love, every sacrifice she had made for their marriage cracked wide open. Then Ava whispered, shyly but boldly, "When are you going to tell her?" "I can't keep sharing you forever." Aaron sighed heavily. "I know. I'm trying to figure out the right time. I don't want to hurt her, but I want to be with you." The last seconds of the recording were the worst. Mia heard a soft rustle, followed by a long, unmistakable kiss. Then silence. Mia replayed the recording twice, as if hearing it again would somehow make it make sense, as if any explanation could undo the reality now crushing her from within. Her own husband, her own sister, the two people she trusted most. Her chest tightened until she thought she might collapse. She dropped down onto the edge of the bed and buried her face in her trembling hands. Tears streamed down her cheeks without restraint. How long had it been happening? How could Ava, her sweet, quiet, gentle sister, betray her like this? How could Aaron look her in the eye and lie night after night? Mia sobbed until her throat burned, but the pain only grew sharper. Eventually, the tears dried enough for her mind to begin racing. She had two choices: confront them immediately in an explosive storm, or act calmly and gather the truth carefully. Mia was hurt, but she wasn't foolish. If Aaron thought she was clueless, that would be her greatest weapon. She wiped her face, took a long breath, and stood straighter than she felt. "Fine," she whispered. "Let's see how deep this goes." The next few days felt like a nightmare she had to pretend she wasn't trapped in. She smiled at Aaron, cooked dinner, kissed him goodnight, and asked about his extra hours at work. He lied with such ease that it made her nauseous. She used his smartwatch and laptop to gather more clues. There were more voice recordings, short conversations in the car, brief confessions of, "I can't stop thinking about you," and whispered plans to meet secretly at Ava's apartment. There were text messages. Ava, "I'm scared she'll find out." Aaron, "She won't. I promise Ava. I love you." Aaron, "I love you too." Each message sliced deeper than the last. Mia saved all of them, not for revenge, but for closure. Because she knew this marriage was already gone. Sunday came, the day Ava had mentioned in one of the recordings. Aaron claimed he had a project deadline and would be out all day. Mia watched him leave with his laptop bag. The moment his car disappeared down the street, she grabbed her keys. A 20-minute drive later, she stood outside Ava's apartment building, her heart pounding but her expression composed. She took the back stairs to avoid being seen and stopped in front of apartment 3B. She heard voices inside, Aaron's deep voice, Ava's soft laughter. Mia knocked. Instant, uneasy silence fell inside. "Mia?" Ava's voice cracked on the other side of the door. "Open it," Mia said calmly. The door opened an inch. Ava stood there, her face pale, eyes wide like she'd seen a ghost. She wore a loose t-shirt and shorts, clearly expecting someone else. "Mia, I didn't expect—" "Let me in." Ava hesitated. For a moment, Mia wondered if her sister was actually considering closing the door in her face. But eventually she stepped aside. Mia walked in. There was Aaron, standing near the couch, guilt carved across every inch of his face. "Mia," he said, "I can explain—" "Don't!" Her voice shook, not from fear but from disgust. "Not yet." The room smelled like coffee and Aaron's cologne. A blanket was tossed on the sofa. 2 mugs sat on the table. They weren't even trying to hide it. Mia pulled out her phone, tapped the file, and let the smartwatch recording play out loud. Ava gasped. Aaron's shoulders slumped, every intimate whisper, every promise, every kiss. When it ended, Mia looked at Aaron. "When?" she asked quietly. "How long?" Aaron swallowed. "Mia, please, I didn't want it to happen." "But it did." Ava stepped forward, tears streaming. "Mia, I swear I didn't mean to fall in love with him. It just—" "Love," Mia whispered, shaking her head. "You fell in love with my husband." "My husband, Ava." Ava sobbed harder. Aaron moved closer. "Mia, listen." Mia stepped back quickly. "Don't touch me." "We never wanted to hurt you," Aaron said. Mia laughed, a painful, broken laugh. "You didn't want to hurt me? You're having an affair with my sister. You lied to my face every day. You had the nerve to say I trusted you too much." Aaron froze. Ava's shoulders shook violently. "Mia, please, I don't want to lose you." "You already did," Mia said coldly. "Both of you." For once she didn't cry. She didn't break. She didn't shout. She simply detached. "I'm filing for divorce today," she said. "Aaron, I want you out of my house by tonight." "Mia, tonight." "And Ava?" Mia turned to her sister with eyes that no longer held warmth. "I hope he was worth losing your family for." Ava collapsed onto the couch, sobbing uncontrollably. Aaron reached out again, but Mia walked right past him. As she stepped through the doorway, she paused. "You know what hurts most?" she said without turning. "Not that you loved someone else, but that you made me feel crazy for doubting you, that you used my trust as your cover." Then she walked away, and she didn't look back. It took Mia several months to untangle her life from the wreckage, but she did it piece by piece. She signed the divorce papers, sold the house, moved to a smaller but peaceful apartment, and cut off all contact with Ava. Aaron tried calling for weeks. Ava sent long, apologetic messages. Mia never answered. Over time, the pain didn't disappear, but it became manageable, like an old scar she could touch without crying. One afternoon, she sat on her balcony with a cup of tea and realized something profound. The betrayal had shattered her, but surviving it had rebuilt her into someone stronger. Someone who could stand alone, someone who knew her worth, someone who would never again mistake familiarity for loyalty. She looked at the sky, exhaled deeply, and whispered to herself, "I'm free.